All right, what's going on, everybody? My name is Elias, and welcome to Cloudy's Cards. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Union Arena. Union Arena is a card game that I have picked up pretty heavily since it came out in October, so we're only 6 months into it. But I've been going to many different stores and many different events and tournaments and getting multiple different kind of cards for prizing and selective cards for prizing. As you can see from my top-down view, this is my binder. What I like to do is get one copy of each winner card and then just kind of put them in the order. So for those who aren't familiar, Bleach in the top left is our very first one, then Hunter x Hunter, JJK, Code Geass, Demon Slayer, One Punch Man, and then our most recent one that came out as of last Friday was Sword Art Online, but I missed the release event due to being out of town, so I have to pick one up from someone, but I wasn't able to actually participate. In Union Arena, there are pretty much 3 ways you can go to events and compete for prizes such as this, and we're going to go over those, and I'll go over how to do it in the app as well as what to expect for these events. Let's start off with a release event. So I'm going to move these to the side for a second. This one right here is our Demon Slayer release event. And for the most part, these events all go just about the same. You'll get a participation pack, you'll get a random pack, and then if you place top 3 or 4 sometimes, you'll get a winner card, or sometimes it's just first place. So a couple of things to look out for, but we're gonna go over the Demon Slayer one first. If you went to the Demon Slayer release event and paid the $25 for the 5 packs, you will get one of these Tanjiros. It's a full art borderless with a release event on it. It looks cool. It's better than the original. And then everyone will also get a 2-pack release event, or a 2-card pack release event. So these are very similar to the Tanjiro in the sense that it gives you a release event logo on the bottom corner, kind of gold. So it looks cool, but it's not like an alternate art or full art or anything crazy. Then in the release pack, you'll get 2 cards. Like I said, that has just the release event on them. So nothing crazy, but they do say release, and it is cooler than the standard card that says nothing. So something to keep in mind. Then whoever wins the event will get a copy of a winner release event version of the same card that everyone else got, but it is actually foil and it says winner, and it looks really good and I really like it. If you look in the binder, I've been fortunate enough to go to quite a bit of these. So I have at least one winner from each event. Demon Slayer, I went crazy on that. I had a really good run. I actually won 4 back-to-back Demon Slayer release events, which is why I have 4. But everything else I've only done 1 or less. So that is what you get for a release event. You'll buy 5 packs for $25. You'll shuffle them up into a deck made of 60 cards, and then you'll pretty much just battle it out as you would normally. The only restriction is in the release event structure deck format, I guess you can call it. The color generation doesn't matter. So if you have a yellow, a red, and a blue, you have 3 energy, so you can play a 3 energy card. It doesn't have to be the same color like it does traditionally. But in this one, there are certain cases where if your opponent hits your life and you pull a color trigger for green, for example, and it says play 1 green card with 2 AP or 2 action, 2 required energy, 1 AP cost from your hand, that has to be a specific color. So that's like the only thing that matters there. But then you just play it out until you get the winner card, and then that's pretty much it. Not too much else happens. A lot of times for these release events, we'll do the event, and then right after, everyone will go and buy boxes and we'll start opening packs at the store. But many different ways to do it. Moving on. The second one we're going to be doing is our regular locals. So regular locals is, they do it on a 3-month timeline. So from January to March, or like January 1st, March 31st, and then we're in our new one currently from April 1st to June 30th, as I believe the current rate. For that, everyone who, and this happens almost every week, the only time it doesn't happen is if a release event triggers. So sometimes that'll override it, or the next thing we're talking about, the rare battles, that will override it too sometimes. But for the duration, every week at your store, you'll go to the Bandai app, sign up. When you go there, check in, pay. It's usually $10 or free. That's been my experience. Some stores charge more, but you get more pricing. Some stores cost less and you get less pricing. So you just got to kind of learn how your stores do it and adapt to them. But in the regular locals, everyone will get this pack of 3 cards. They are full arts, so you get a Megami, Inosuke, and a Garu for the upcoming sets, and they're cool. They look better than the regular card, but they're not like super rare or super expensive. I think each of them are like $1. Not even $1, sorry, a quarter. Then you'll get an action point card pack. Now these change every 3 months with the sets. So for example, 2025 Volume 1 was January through March, and 2025 Volume 2 is April through June. But if you rip that open, you can kind of see you get an action point. And these are ones that you cannot get in booster boxes or starter decks, so they are limited to this, which is cool. Then for regular events, top 3 gets prizing, and you pick them in that order. So first place will pick, second place pick, third place pick, and these are the exact winner cards you get from this current season. You get a Nobara, a Rengoku, and a Genos. They're good cards in their own right, and they look cool, and I actually run them in just about all my decks that they are applicable. So that is your regular event, and this is what you get for the previous, I'm sorry, I had that mixed up. This was for the January through March event. For the one we're currently on, it's actually going to be this. So for April through June, you get Sword Art Online, Bleach Volume 2, and Black Clover as the promotional cards. So we get a Sinon, an Asta, and a Byakuya Kuchigi. So those are your 3, and then your action point sleeve, Byakuya Kuchigi. One thing that's interesting but annoying is these cards are the exact same artwork, just one's a character, one's an AP. I wish they were more different, but whatever. And then top 3 get a Black Clover Fuegoleon, a Sword Art Online Asuna, or a Bleach Volume 2 Ichigo. So pretty cool cards. I'm kind of happy with the artworks of these ones. They're not super expensive, so you know, this binder, as cool as it looks, is probably like $50. And mostly because the released event ones hold more value than the regular ones. So these are all the winner cards you can get from competing in regular store local tournaments, as well as all of the promotional cards that you can definitely play in your decks. All right, moving on from there is our last one. This one is called Rare Battles. In Union Arena, since it's just separated by sets, you can build a deck that is either Bleach, Hunter x Hunter, JJK, but you can't do half Bleach, half JJK. You can switch colors, but it's not recommended. For the Rare Battles, what they decided to do is say, hey, everybody has to play from the same set, and you battle it out for the best card. So when you compete for this one, it's usually $10 or more because it's a little more rare, and same rules apply. Otherwise, you just have to play from the same set. So when you enter, you get an event pack. The event pack will have one of 4 cards, and it'll either be silver or gold. I already have a gold of each of them in this binder here. It looks great. Then and that's all you get for participating. So just the 1 card, and that's it. Then top 4 will get action point sleeves. So for the most recent one, we had Demon Slayer and One Punch Man. It's a pack of 3. They don't feel great, but they're cool, and they actually symbolize the artwork of the action points that you pull from the packs. So I like that. It's cool. Then top 4 will get their choice of a gold rare battle card, and the difference being this one says winner, this one does not. Otherwise, they're identical cards in their aspect from their winner version to their non-winner version. And for the Demon Slayer One Punch Man, I went to 14 rare battles. I only won one punch and no Demon Slayer. So whatever that says is interesting to say. But that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you learned something and enjoyed watching. If you did, please leave me some feedback in the comments below. Leave this video a like, subscribe, share it with someone who is trying to get into Union Arena. I want to help out the community by giving you my experience. Obviously, I have a bunch of cards and knowledge about it, so I just want to share it with you all and get some games in, build the community. Anything else? No. Thanks for watching.